And that's when my dad already calls me and he tells me they just confirmed to him that the investigation was a case of femicide. I tell him, hey, pass me to the ministerial. I mean, how do they tell you that? If I called to check on my mom's well-being, how can they accuse me of femicide without even entering the house? Mariana keeps telling me that I've already seen it.
So it turns out that I arrive with the police to see what's going on here. Sir, we're going to be very honest with you. We are here because apart from receiving a call from a person who sent a patrol to this address, we received a report of femicide, homicide.
I lift her onto the bed and she gets the second detonation, which is in the head, where it finally ends completely. With my mom's life. I've said it 1,000 times. They didn't just take from me, my mom, something I'll never have again, another mom. Nobody replaces the love, the relationship we had. On January 19th, just over a month ago, Raul Martinez murdered my mom in the municipality of Marin, Nuevo Leon. This was my mom, known as Teacher Lili, as Mom Lili. A very beautiful person with a huge heart, dedicated to teaching children with disabilities, elementary school children, high school children. Known by many, loved by all, she didn't harm anyone. She refused to have a relationship with Raul Martinez, who we know today is a fugitive from United States justice, child beater, abuser, assistant to illegal immigrants. He was involved in drug dealing. And my mom didn't really know who Raul Martinez Bueno was, who's my mom. Being alone in her house in Marin, Nuevo Leon, Raul Martinez entered to take her life with 2 shots. One in the back and another in the head. We have published this situation in order to find Raul Martinez. He is a fugitive. To find him, we thank the prosecutor's office.
In February of 2025, Mariana Piña, daughter of the teacher Blanca Liliana Lopez, affectionately known as Teacher Lili, shared her story on social media. Her mother, 47 years old, had been a victim of femicide on January 19th of the same year. According to Mariana's testimony, Raul Martinez, a man with a United States criminal record, committed the crime. The young woman explained that her mother had rejected any kind of relationship with him and that she also didn't really know who he was. So today we are joined by Mariana and Diego Piña, the children of Teacher Lili, to share with us more details about this sad and unfortunate case of their mother.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Diego Piña. And today I'm going to talk to you about a tragic event that marked me for life. I'm talking about the femicide of my mother. Her name was Blanca Liliana Lopez Gonzalez. She had a degree in special education in a municipality far from the metropolitan area city called Marin, Nuevo Leon. She was not only known for being my mom, she was very loved, adored. In fact, she still is. By her students. She was not just a mom, she was also a friend, she was an aunt, she was a niece. She truly was an exceptional person. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about how things happen according to what we saw and what we know. Also hand in hand with things that are currently proven in police investigations.
Hello, my name is Mariana Piña. I am the daughter of Blanca Liliana Lopez Gonzalez, better known as Mama Lili or Teacher Lili, who was a victim of femicide on January 19th of this same year, 2025. Carried out by Raul Martinez Rodriguez, a person fugitive from the justice of
The United States, who has had a history as a child beater of 14 years old, also related to drug dealing.
Assistant of illegal immigrants, among other things. He fled from the United States to Dr. Gonzalez, Nuevo Leon, where he met my mom. And really no one, neither in Dr. Gonzalez nor in Marin, they knew that Raul is all this that we know so far. He pretended to be someone else, but we discovered his true identity. My mom never knew that Raul was all that we know today.
Mrs. Liliana Lopez led a full and happy life surrounded by loved ones. Her personality made people feel attracted to her. She had many friends and acquaintances who enjoyed her company. But everything changed when she met Raul Martinez. Despite his normal appearance, Raul hid a dark reality that Liliana couldn't see. The teacher's trust and kindness led her to let her guard down without even imagining the capacity for violence and destruction that Raul hid. The tragic part of the situation is that the teacher could never have imagined that her life would be in danger by meeting this guy.
They met. My mom would tell him that she really didn't want a formalized relationship, that she didn't want something like that, but he insisted. And harassing her, sending her serenades. These kinds of things. Had attitudes. His complexity made it clear he was human. That he was a possessive, controlling person. Like calling him when he was with my brother and me. And visiting him out of the blue. For some reason, my mom didn't want to make it official with him. That much I made clear to him. Many times I didn't get as alarmed as to imagine that he could kill my mom, but yes. In December, my brother, mom, and I went on a weekend trip to San Miguel de Allende. And then we went to the house, my mom for her suitcase and her clothes. I go with my mom. Unexpectedly arrives. Raul arrives. I didn't know him. He doesn't arrive. And he arrives crying. He cries. So he cries because he just visited cemetery to his mom because his mom. I understand that she passed away years ago, that she was very sad and so on. She arrives, cries, and introduces herself. Everything was normal. Maybe we didn't have many topics to talk about or something like that. But really, I didn't pay much attention to it because after years of my mom separating from my dad, well, my mom hadn't gone out with anyone like that. So I didn't pay much attention to it. And I didn't judge. I didn't ask anything. No, nothing. That same day we got in the car, my mom and I, to go on the trip. And Raul cries for the second time. First for his mom, and then he cries. I asked my mom, "Hey mom, what happened? Why is he crying?" "Well, it's because he's going to miss me because I'm leaving." And I said, "Mom, we're only going for 3 days." "Oh, well, yes, I don't know what."
Well, I, like my sister, had only seen him twice, but maybe, and unlike my sister, my mom didn't tell me like that. Any relationship or that they frequented each other. I just knew that he was part of the same circle of friends as my mom, also very loved by all of them. And I will always be grateful. I will thank them. Yes, I had only seen this person twice, but there were already certain behaviors where I suspected that this person and my mom were frequenting, that Raul Martinez Rodriguez and my mom were already seeing each other frequently. A proof of that is the same as what my sister talked about, saying that my mom, as the months went by, felt harassed, felt pursued. The hacking of her social networks, the same harassment on her social networks. In life, it was really a situation that no longer kept me calm.
Raul did not seem to be the person he claimed to be. Over time, his true nature began to reveal itself. The pressure he was putting on the teacher to formalize the relationship was overwhelming her, and she did not hesitate to express her discomfort to him and his acquaintances. However, as his daughter Mariana recounts, no one imagined that the situation could escalate to such a dangerous and tragic level. Unfortunately, everything culminated in January of the year 2025.
Despite not living with my mom for many years now, I always have the habit of letting her know, hey, I've arrived, I've landed, I'm about to take off, all those things. So I was supposed to let her know when on Sunday, January 19th, or I think it was the 18th or 19th. I'm not very sure. I was supposed to let her know when my plane was about to take off, specifically from the trip where I was. After that already, landing and all, well, it was when landing here in Monterrey. It was precisely when I sent her a message to which she no longer responded, but he just stressed that the message was not being sent either, which I found very strange. I arrived that Sunday, I did my normal activities already. I didn't talk to my mom at all. I thought, no, she must be busy, she must be doing things, or she also has her pending tasks. I was completely wrong in my speculation. Why? Because the next day I was working in my office. I got a call from a friend of my mom's. Diego, your mom isn't answering. Your mom? We agreed to meet yesterday at a meeting on Sunday night, and she didn't respond at all. She didn't go to work either. Without thinking, I twice left my office without notifying anyone and went to look for her all the way to the town of Marin. It was precisely at that moment in the Inter where I, driving, spoke to my sister Mariana. Is this situation happening with my mom? Please call him. I would like you to check her location on Live 360. Can you tell us where she is? Diego responds to me, she is still at home. I don't understand why she doesn't answer or what's going on. Well, Mariana, I'm going to tell you something, but don't be alarmed, please. I'm on my way there. I need to know what happened. Please talk to a patrol car. So as I was getting there, I hung up. I arrived at the house. So when I arrived, the police were there exactly, but no, nothing more. The police were there. The property was cordoned off. And they tell me that a forced lock and symmetrical stains on the floor in front could be appreciated precisely from the main door. So it turns out that I arrived with the police to see what's going on here. Sir, we are going to be very honest with you. We are here because apart from receiving a call from a person who came to a patrol at this address, we received a report of femicide. We received a report that a female was found lifeless. And we are here to corroborate that it is this female. It was then when in all that I couldn't enter the property at all. I couldn't enter because we had to wait precisely for the ministerial officers, not the state police as such. We had to wait for the police to be able to enter. We couldn't enter because that house was not in my mom's name. We needed the owner's authorization to be able to go in. After many calls, that's when we were able to get it, but even then we couldn't go in. They had to do it the ministerial police, who arrived precisely after the state police, prosecutors, etc. Then it was precisely when they took photographs, conducted studies, took every single fingerprint found in the house, footprints, etc. And then it was when they showed me images that indeed a deceased female was found. She had suffered 2 gunshot blasts. I swear, looking at those photos was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And indeed, it was my mother.
And my dad is also heading to my mom's house. And that's when my dad calls me. And he tells me, hey, he's in an investigation that they just confirmed to me was femicide. I tell him, hey, Dad, pass me to the ministerial. How do they tell you that? If I called them to make sure my mom was okay, how do they tell you that I'm a minister? They haven't even entered the house yet. Mariana, they're telling me I've already seen.
And it was at that moment when my dad gave the news to my sister. Mariana, well, we are here. The detectives have arrived. They have entered the house. They have shown me as well, just like Diego, photographs. And indeed, it's about your mom. She was shot twice. One in the back and another in the forehead when she was already injured. So I didn't exactly break the news to my sister. My dad did.
Teacher Lili's life was taken in her own home on January 19th of the year 2025. From that moment on, the authorities initiated an exhaustive investigation to identify the culprit and clarify the facts. Thanks to the tireless work of the investigators and the valuable information provided by Mariana Piña, the authorities finally managed to uncover the truth. It was concluded that Raul Martinez was the alleged perpetrator of the femicide of Liliana Lopez.
Well, when? The day we found out, the day everything happened, when they confirmed to me that it was a homicide. I named Raul Martinez as the main suspect because they used to go out together. He didn't notify anyone, causing everyone to worry before he showed up. He didn't have my number, call me, or tell me anything. And I started giving all the information to the police immediately. He is Raul Martinez. I sent photos. I sent who his children are, where they live, where they study, everything. I start sending all the information. Well, the police, they start to base their investigation on that. They received all kinds of information that I gave them. I have the location 24/7 on the live app with my mom, with my brother, and, me. And they mark all the locations, all the stops, what time it arrives, the face leaves from such a place, and so on. It's information that is very useful to us because we realized that she got home to the end. Raul enters my mom's house by force because in the investigation we managed to see how they were, how the locks were forced. This is the house. And Raul enters my mom's house. They had a history of fighting, of hitting, of blood. And that's when Raul fires the first gunshot, which is in the back. And after this gunshot, Raul grabs. He carries my mom to the entrance of my mom's room, where he drops her. My mom couldn't carry her anymore. I don't know what must have been going through her head. And from there, she climbs onto the bed and shoots the second detonation in the head. which is where she completely ends my mom's life. We know they had a discussion before. Before my mom's life ended, because in the investigation, it was found that there was a bag with Raul's clothes, implying that my mom didn't want a relationship with him, that she didn't want him. So when he insisted, he insisted. He didn't succeed. Bear that my mom didn't want to be with him, and being a possessive person, he ended up taking my mom's life. We have many events such as messages where we can see that he was hacking my mom's social media accounts, stealing information. My mom asked him to leave her alone, but it seemed like he wouldn't. But I've gotten so involved in the investigation that now I'm the only person who could have given a lot of information about this. Because me and Mariana had a very different relationship. I mean, she told me things that she didn't tell anyone else and vice versa. So I knew things about Raul and like that, nothing, never negative. Like, I became deeply involved in the investigation and discovered key information. I found folders. He faced trials in the United States. The 3 that I mentioned, it was drug trafficking for Xanax, aiding and abetting illegal immigrants. He nearly beat a 14-year-old boy to death. He was imprisoned in the United States for years. And that's when he came here, because he was deported, not because he wanted to go to Mexico. And so they deported him and he came here. Nobody knew anything about that. He didn't mention anything, nothing. And she always tried to express her personality a lot. I mean, she had to show a personality that really wasn't hers. Later we found out that when Raul was at my mom's house, even after he had ended my mom's life, he calls his son, he makes a call, calls his son and tells him, they just shot teacher Lili, come pick me up. And his son says, what are you telling me? What? I mean, his son, he later commented that he didn't understand anything that was being said to him and he hung up. But his son immediately calls him to my mom's best friend, who is the best friend I mentioned, that works a block away from my mom's place. He calls her and tells her that the best friend, she waited 20 hours for us to say your mom doesn't answer calls. She called us crying and very upset. And then we realized why, because she really already knew that my mom had been shot. We still don't know exactly why she didn't tell us, why she hid it. But yes.
The children and friends of teacher Lili are united in their quest for justice. And above all, they want the arrest of Raul Martinez, who was the only person who had access to his mother's property on the day of the tragic event. All the evidence points to him as the culprit of the attack on Liliana Lopez. And his capture is essential for the family to find some kind of closure. And the loss of their mother has been a blow, do you realize, devastating. But they are determined to move forward and fight for the justice their mother deserves. Despite the pain and sadness, they are willing to face this challenge and make sure that Raul Martinez is held accountable for what he did.
And well, we're on edge to some extent because this person knows who we are, who some of our friends are, who are also friends of my mom. But I'm not scared. Not at all. Unfortunately, the damage is already done and it can't be repaired. But I don't know whether to say this situation has helped me. Obviously, this doesn't help. I'm going to change that word because it has served me. It has helped me to be stronger, to have to face fears because we all have our fears. to mature a lot mentally, physically, psychologically in many aspects of my life. I mean, I am worried in a way, but at the same time calm because we have the support of many women, many institutions, organizations, media, communication. This has also reached the hands of Governor Samuel Garcia, current governor of the state of Nuevo León. And I hope that justice is done. For better or worse, we citizens do not dictate the sentences, the law dictates it. But in this case, I hope that justice is done.
What I would ask more than anything for anyone's help in spreading the word, because it helps us a lot. That we would find him now. Yes, this can't bring my mom back. No matter how much we find Raul Martinez, it won't bring my mom back. There's no turning back from what he's already done. But we will be at peace with the legal part that justice will have been done, at least in that part. So I would greatly appreciate your support on any dissemination issue, because it's not fair at all that someone believes they have the right to take away the life of any person. Thank you. They removed the special education teacher from too many children, a teacher who had too many generations educating people. They took away a friend from quite a lot of people. They took away the daughter of my grandparents, the sister of my uncles, a person known by many. So I would greatly appreciate your dissemination in this.
What would you say to Raul? Well, for starters, the insults, the anger, the emotions of anger, of fury are infinitely unnecessary. I just want to ask you to show up, to show your face. If you see this video, I want you to look me directly in the eyes, and I'm going to tell you that I'm not afraid of you. If you want to look for me, if you want to do whatever you want to me, if you want to send someone to kill me, I assure you that you will not succeed. Because to me, at least to me and my sister, you killed us the day you took away our mother, bastard. That's why I'm not afraid of you, because you can't kill a dead person, you can't do anything to me. I demand that you show up and show your face, because people like you shouldn't exist. I don't know why you take away a mother, a friend, an aunt from so many people. If you also feel the pain, or at least have felt it, of losing a mother, regardless of the reasons why. Raul, accidental death from illness doesn't interest me. It's still a loss, but you've caused an irreparable wound in our hearts. I just want you to face up to what you've done.
Mariana and Diego remain united and firm in their quest for justice, determined to honor their mom's memory. And although the loss is a pain that can never be completely erased from their memory, they find comfort in unity and mutual support. Together, they are determined to move forward and fight for the justice that teacher Lili deserves. For them, it is unacceptable that Raul Martinez remains free after the irreparable damage he has caused to their family.
In this case, being the eldest, I have to bear the responsibility. Mariana, my mom, was very loved by everyone. I can tell you in my case that she was a very strong emotional support. I know it wasn't for you either, Mariana, my sister. But obviously there were so many things left to do with her. I feel that at least the most important thing she could have taught me, she did. So please, Mariana, let's stick with that, with those good times, with those teachings. Life goes on for better or for worse. And well, we're still here. It's what we got, and we have to do something good with it. Because otherwise, and forgive me for saying this, but if we're going to be depressed or sad because it's something painful, it tears my soul apart. If we had been like that, well, then we all would have been better off leaving. We have to do our part here. We have to grow up. We have to be the best version of ourselves. Please remember that, little sister. I know that when we were little, we had many differences. I know that when we were little, we fought constantly. We almost never got along. But I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart, you are my sister. And please take into account what our mom always told us. At the end of the day, your dad and I are going to leave Diego, Mariana, and you will only have each other. Please always keep that in mind. And precisely currently, my sister and I live in different cities, and I feel that this distance has helped us a lot individually. Channeling our ideas into our thoughts, the revaluing all that coexistence that maybe we didn't take advantage of. But I could say that each of us are living our lives, our part. We have to keep moving forward. Little sister, I love you very much.
Because of how much we love her, as much as mom told us, she knows how much my brother and I love her, not just my brother and I. Just look at all the people who are supporting her, with so many people that my mom changed their lives. So my mom wouldn't need to say it right now. I really told her quite a lot too. My mom, while she was alive, we told her things every day. We showed her with actions things. We always did everything for her, even after my parents divorced. My mom, my brother, and I took great care of her. We did everything for her. So I believe I've already told her everything I could possibly say now while she was still alive.
Well, Mommy, you leave us with an irreparable heart wound, as I already mentioned, but you also leave us with many teachings, with many learnings. We are going to take all of that 100%. I keep all the good things you taught me, what I learned from you. From you, I learned to love unconditionally, to be a peaceful person, not to mess with other people. I know, and maybe at some point I regret, I confess that maybe. And you? You almost always talk to me on the phone, and sometimes I did say, my mom is calling me, I'll call her back later. Sometimes maybe I never told you, but I felt it that way. Please forgive me, I still regret behaving that way. But you were the only person who wanted their children to be better than you. And I'm gonna take care of my sister, I'm gonna take care of your brothers, your sister, my grandparents, my dad, everyone, and your friends. Because you taught me that, Mom, unconditionally. I'm going to try to keep everything under control here. Thank you for everything, Mommy. I love you. And if there really is a life after death, then I'll catch up with you when it's my turn. I love you. Thank you.
Raul Martinez, as you already know, remains free,
which means that any information that can be provided is crucial for the teacher's family.
Given that the case is very recent, there is likely still an opportunity for justice to be served and for accountability for the tragic end that teacher Lili met.
The investigation is that once it was determined that it was him, an arrest warrant was issued, which is what we currently have for the arrest warrant. Trying to locate Raul because we can't find him because he's a fugitive, because his relatives say they know nothing about him. His children cover for him. Nobody says anything. who apparently is at the house of a relative of his, Dr. Gonzalez, who apparently is in another, I mean, that's not complicated, but right now we're on the subject of locating him. And that's why we're mostly spreading the word on my social networks, that we dedicate to this search. Because of my mom, we're spreading photos of Raul Martinez to find him.
I ask society to any information that you may know about this person, please help us by contacting a phone number that we will also provide you. We also have an Instagram account called We Are Missing Lili, where we are spreading each and every one of the things that are being sent to us, both to the prosecutor's office and to the ministerial officers. Each and every one of the evidences, specifically also the face of this person. And well, beyond that, also to achieve absolute diffusion and find the culprit. Raising awareness in society, because women are life, and I don't understand why, if women are life, we have to take their life away. I really don't understand it. Women, believe me, there are more men who want to fight alongside you, at least I do. Diego Pina supports you in each and every one of your struggles, your losses, femicide, gender violence, all those kinds of things. If you need any support, you can also write to me on my Instagram, which I will be leaving here in the video. And while I'm with you in this fight, if you are scared, please lose it, because you are stronger than you think. If feminism is right about anything, it's that it gives strength to women. It gives women the strength to face each and every one of these situations. And more than anything, the power to raise awareness, the power to achieve having that effect on society.
We have an Instagram page created specifically for this. It's a community that is at We're Missing Lili, where we have photos of Raul Martinez for you to share, so that the photos reach more distribution and more people manage to recognize him.
These videos are now uploaded Mondays and Wednesdays on Pepe Misterio's main channel. And if you have any story you would like to tell, if perhaps a family member or a friend was a victim of femicide, or if you are a searching mother who is looking for her son, or any injustice that you had to live through, you can send me an email or write to me on Instagram. You can find me as Pepe Misterio Mexico. I'm also on Facebook as Pepe Misterio Documentaries. You can send me an inbox. I'm under Pepe Misterio, and we can arrange it there.